So here we're at week, I don't know. Okay, so you might be wondering, okay, why does it say week, I don't know? So if you would have noticed, my last video I just posted, it was called week one. Well, I don't know if it was called week one, but the first slide, it definitely said week one. And that was actually filmed in January. So I had friends ask me about the video, and the way they asked their questions, it was as if I had just filmed the video that week. But in reality, that week one video was filmed in January. So from January till now, I haven't filmed week two, week three, like I haven't done a single other one. So right now we're in week I don't know because I didn't do any other slideshows. You might also be wondering, why did you post week one uh, in May, not January? But it's for a different day. But right now we're in week I don't know, and I have still been tracking it for the last what, like 5 months. I still been tracking my studying, my gym, and all that stuff for the last 5 months. I haven't been doing that well, but I have been tracking it. But I have not made like these weekly slide videos. So this is my first one since January. Okay, so first thing we're gonna go over is exercise. As you can see, I'm not sure if you can notice, but all my lifts went down. So looking at week one, I could do 9 pull-ups. Like I'm talking like really good form pull-ups. Now I can only do 6. Obviously, if I kip and do all that stuff, then I could do more than that. But 6. Another big one, bench press. That's another metric I like to look at. Bench press week one was at 110. And the way I do it, I just count a single side. So if you see 90, like you see here, 90 bench press 90, that basically means 225 because 90, 90, 180 plus the bar, 225. When you saw 110 on the week one slide, so not this slideshow, a different one, you that would mean 265. So in the span of 5 months, I've lost about 40 pounds in my bench press, which is very bad. Um, and I'm about the same weight. It has to do with me not going to the gym. So I went like there was probably like a 2-3 month span where I didn't go to the gym. Okay, but we will start now. So okay, and what else? Legs. Let's see if there's anything noticeable. Yeah, if you notice, my legs also everything went down. You'll see calf raise actually went up. But that's because the calf raise I'm doing here in the US is different than the calf raise I was doing in Africa. There they had a specific machine. Now where you see this 180, which is kind of freaking high for 30 reps, I'm basically just using the leg press, you know? So just doing calf raises on the leg press. And when you see 180 again, that means 180 on each side. So that's like four plates on each side. Yeah, so 8 plates in total. But okay, next one. Studying. So I've had 0 days above 4 hours. However, I had 567 minutes in total. What that means is, I'm going to say this word wrong, cumulatively. Okay, if you add up all the days, all the minutes I got on all the different days, you'll get to 567. But within each of those days, there's not a single day where I had over 240 minutes, also known as 4 hours. And then what have I been studying? I've been studying robot process automation. I'm getting ready to take an exam in about 1 to 2 weeks. And to study, I've been taking a Udemy course. If you want, I can link it up for you. But it's basically like if you go on Udemy, like PL 500, and you might get to the right course. I've already taken 2, and I'm on my 3rd course. But yeah, a little background on this certification too. I actually took it in December and I failed it, and then I tried taking it in January, but the internet in Africa was so shit I couldn't retake it. And then I went through a school semester, and now I'm studying it for it again so I could take it in end of May or start of June. Okay, So, how will I improve my minute study? How will I get it so like I could do like 4 hours a day? The biggest cheat code is waking up early. So every day, so this is like not this week, but the last 5 months, every day that I wake up before like 6 a.m., it's almost guaranteed that I get 4 hours of studying done. It's cause like you feel like you're by yourself and you feel like you're in your own world and the time just paused and like you don't get notifications on your phone, you don't get any of that stuff. And your brain doesn't really think about work or school or whatever. Okay, it does, but like not as much as like 12 p.m. Okay, next one. Skincare. Okay, skincare. 0 full days, 0 half days. Basically, what that means is so a half day would be like I did my skincare in the morning, but I didn't do it at night, or I did it at night and I didn't do it in the morning. That would be a half day. Full days you do it night and morning. So I haven't done anything this last week, and the big reason was because I don't really have moisturizer or sunscreen. So to me, the most important things in terms of skincare for me would be sunscreen and moisturizer. The reason being is because those are the things that prevent aging. And that's really the big reason for skincare. Like, I want to be 50 and look 40, or be 40 and look 30. Like, So, yeah, but I haven't been doing shit. I did get sunscreen and moisturizer in today. I went into my mom's closet and I stole some. No, I'm kidding. I asked her and she just gave it to me because she had extra. But yeah, skincare will be better next week. 100 guaranteed. Okay, sleep. I will no longer be tracking sleep. So tracking sleep was weird. I only did it for 2 weeks. But actually no, I did it for 2 months. I tracked sleep. I tracked it in December and I tracked it in January. But it is weird. You wake up and you're like, how many hours did I sleep? And also gets you in the habit of first thing you do when waking up is going on your phone to log your hours slept. So I don't know. Kind of felt weird. At nighttime, you'd be like, dang, I'm not going to get that much sleep. And you lose sleep on how much sleep you're getting. So I'll no longer be tracking sleep, but I do know that my sleep has been better this week than it was week one, also known as that week in January I uploaded. But yeah, pills and proteins. I have not taken a single, what's it called? Scoop of protein, and my vitamins, I haven't had like a good day yet. And then when I say vitamins, it's saw palmetto, fish oil, biotin, magnesium, vitamin D, and stuff like that. But yeah, so protein, it's because I didn't have it. I just got some. I got like the vegan whey protein, and then the vitamins is the vitamin D is hard to get in because when it's like 5 o'clock, you don't really want to take vitamin D because I associate it with the sun. So I kind of want to take it at like 6 a.m. Like right when the sun rises, that's probably like a good time to take in vitamin D. But yeah, that's about it. Like we'll just get better at taking vitamins. Yeah. Next, church. No, I didn't go to church. So church, as you guys know, is usually on Sundays. It's at about 9 a.m. And then there's also another session at night at about 7 or something. And why didn't I go? So first reason, okay, so first session, the reason I didn't go was because I woke up after 9 a.m. And then the second session, I didn't go because I decided to watch Game 7 of the Nuggets versus OKC. If you don't know what that is, that's a basketball team. And the Game 7's like it's kind of like whoever loses gets eliminated type of game uh, for the NBA playoffs. So I decided to watch Game 7 instead of go to church. And then the solution to that in the future is fuck basketball. Like who really cares? And that game was kind of garbage too. It was a blowout. At least I got to see my friends though, because I went and saw it with friends. But yeah, hopefully this week we do go to church. Okay, so book. Um, so throughout the last 5 months, I've read a couple of books. I've read Crucial Conversations. I've read Shoe Dog. I've read Range, and probably another one I can't think on the top of my head. But right now I'm reading The Personal MBA. I'm over halfway done with the book. As you can see, the chapters of discussion right now are acrasia and mono-idealism. The reason I chose those chapters are because they're the last two chapters I read. So I'll probably do better at talking about them. Anyways, I was gonna say something. Oh, okay. Let me just talk about personal MBA a bit. So this book is kind of like a mix between storytelling and a textbook. So a textbook is like thick and you can't really do an audible on a textbook, or like you got to like really read it and take notes and all that stuff. And then a storybook you could use audible and you'll be fine, and you could just listen to the book and you'll be fine. So the personal MBA is kind of in the middle. So right now I've been using Audible to listen to it or read it, however you want to call it. And I'm gonna have to definitely get a paper version of it and write notes down and all that stuff, because the information is kind of dense. Now some of the chapters are like this one, like if I'm being honest, like this you don't have to write down. But the ones at the beginning of the book, I would say it's good to write down. And like I want to make like a visual chart too. Okay, anyways, let me talk about acrasia and mono-idealism. So when someone says acrasia, that's the name of the chapter, and we're just gonna go dive into that word. Acrasia, think of it as procrastination. Acrasia and procrastination are very similar. So you know what procrastination is, right? So you make a decision on doing something, and then you delay it. So acrasia is kind of the same thing, but you don't make the decision. So let me give an example. Actually, before I give an example, let me clarify a bit further. So acrasia is knowing you want to do something. I mean, knowing you have to do something and never making the decision on doing it. Procrastination is knowing you have to do something, making the decision of doing it, but then delaying that decision or delaying that action of that decision. Um, so let me give an example. So acrasia. So here I'm talking to younger people because this probably applies to them. You know you have to set up a 401k, and you know it's good to have a Roth IRA. Like, you know those are good things, but you've never made a decision on a day or a week on actually doing it. So that would fall under acrasia. Procrastination, like you guys already know, like you have a homework due today and you delay it until 11 p.m. to get it started. Like that's procrastination. Acrasia is, let me think of another example. You're working a job. Okay, let's say this. You want to be an engineer, but right now you're working at UPS and Walmart. And to get to be an engineer, you got to go through school or get through certifications. So, like starting that stuff is good for you and like to get to where you want to be, your end decision, but you haven't made a decision on when to start. Like you haven't made a decision on when to leave your job. You haven't made a decision on when to start going to school or anything like that. So that'd be acrasia. Okay. So, I don't know, maybe find something in your life that you're dealing with that has acrasia. It is a worse problem than procrastination. And for me personally, acrasia eats up my brain more. So an example in my life right now is bottled water, because I know there's microplastics, right? And I mostly drink bottled water. So I know, so in the back of my head I know it's bad for me, but I haven't made a decision on what I'm going to do about it. Recently I did make a decision. I'm going to buy a water filter, but until then I'm going to try to start using glass water bottles. This looks like alcohol, but it's just spring water. if you guys could read it. But I'm gonna use glass water bottles until my water filter gets here. And yeah, that's about it. Okay. Next up, monoidealism. Okay, so that word sounds very fancy. You can see LeBron looking at me. He's like, bro, what'd you just say? Anyways, monoidealism, just think of it as flow state. And I, yeah, so if you know what flow state is, you basically know what monoidealism. It's when you focus on a specific task so much that you don't even know that you're doing the task. Like, you're so locked into your homework that you don't even like, it's not even crossing your mind that you're doing your homework. It's almost like you're watching yourself in third person. Like, nothing else is like, there's nothing else in your mind besides what's in front of you. And that is monoidealism, flow state. And that's the whole thing with the morning. So I think in the morning you wake up, nothing's happened in your day yet. Like, you just woke up. And I think that's the best opportunity to experience monoidealism, flow state. So yeah. Okay. What's next? Portuguese, bro. Okay. So these words, okay, little background before I start. So I've taken accounting courses in the past in Portuguese and I'm taking more now. I'm also taking entrepreneurship course in Portuguese, but anyways, these two words got me stumped. Um okay, these two words got me very confused. So patrimônio versus patrimônio líquido. Okay, now I'm gonna bore a bunch of fucking people, so I don't want to get into it too much, but basically, these two words have the same and different meaning. So, oh, okay, let me translate them first. So, patrimônio líquido, it really means owner's equity. And patrimônio, there's not really an English translation. It's like something that only Brazilians use when they say patrimônio. Now, people are going to be like, bro, what are you talking about? When people say patrimônio in Portuguese, either they're talking about the whole balance sheet itself, or they're talking about owner's equity and they're just saying patrimônio short for patrimônio líquido. But the equation for patrimônio is assets plus liabilities. Like, we don't have anything like that. Like, what assets plus liabilities? We don't have that. And then patrimônio líquido is owner equities, which is assets minus liabilities. I guess for patrimônio, which is assets plus liabilities, it could be like total estate. Like, your total estate is your liabilities plus your assets. That could be your total estate, your patrimônio. Maybe that could be the translation. And then for patrimônio líquido, owner's equity. But yeah, that confused the poop out of me. And I had to like watch like 3 different videos. But if you want more information on that, if you're learning Portuguese like me, just let me know and I could try to explain it to you. If you ever run into not knowing like why do these guys keep saying this word and all that stuff. Okay. Next. Okay, there's nothing. All right, as you can see, not the best week, but it's fine. We'll be better. This video is kind of like on accident. Okay, that's a weird way to phrase it, but it's kind of like I didn't think I was gonna make this video this week, but it wasn't until my friends approached me and they like told me like, "Hey, I liked your video," basically, and I was like, "Okay, you know what? I'm gonna start making these videos," and that's it. Next week I'll try to be faster in terms of the video.